My biggest takeaway in psychology of play this week was learning about grit. So what is grit? Grit is having a passion and perseverance for a long-term goal. Grit goes way beyond having a simple motivation to achieve a goal. Grit is having a stamina and pretty much sticking with your goal day in and day out. You know, day after day, not a month, not a year, but long enough to complete whatever it is that, you set out to do, whatever your goals and whatever your dreams are. So grit is also being able to have that resilience to be able to bounce back, when things in life get hard and, from disappointment and failure. There are 5 domains of grit. So 1, you have academic grit. Academic grit is developing the strong habits to be able to excel in school. They also tend to be very comfortable with asking questions and getting feedback from instructors, and they take ownership of their learning. Number 2, social and relationship grit. So that's putting yourself in social situations, that you want to take on that might make you feel uncomfortable, like networking events and joining a club and things of that nature. 3, we have the wellness and health grit. And that's being able to stick to your wellness goals. Whether it's committing to an exercise plan, keeping up with a great sleeping schedule, and being able to maintain healthy eating habits. Number 4, we have the extracurricular grit. That's being able to practice and persist and rebound when faced with setbacks in sports, the arts, and clubs, or in volunteering. Number 5, we have the emotional grit. That's being able to manage your emotions in a healthy way. How do you get gritty? How can you develop grit? If you don't know what your grit score is, I'll be placing a survey in the description, so you can go check that out whenever you're ready so you can get your grit score. So if you want to develop your grit, the first thing to do is develop a growth mindset. Developing a growth mindset means that you have the belief that your abilities can develop through hard work, dedication, and effort. Number 2, you want to practice optimism. Number 3, you want to find your passion and pursue it. Whatever it is, go for it. Number 4, you want to know when to quit, provided that you've given it some thoughtful reflection and it's not a decision made in a moment of frustration. That's pretty much one of my biggest takeaways this week from Psychology of Play, learning about grit. Thank you guys for stopping and watching. Have an amazing week.